Today is the day, ladies and gentlemen, where we answer the age-old question, the question that I get day after day in my DMs. Is RR dead? Now, you may be saying, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are people asking you that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But enough people have asked to the point where I'm going to make this video, so just let me tell you, if you are asking this question, you are not alone. Okay? I do want to jump into RR's chart, but before I do, I want you guys to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys do think of RR. Comment it before you end up watching the rest of this video. I don't want my bias to impact you. I want you to let me know, is RR dead or is RR alive? Do we have more upside or is RR going to zero? What do you guys personally think? Now, in my personal opinion, I believe that RR does go higher, and that is why I'm making this video. In my opinion, I believe that we will inevitably move higher, but let's first talk about what we can see currently. Now, currently we are sitting at $3.87. Currently, I have an average price at $3.10 on 600 shares, so I'm up, like 100, 200 bucks, something like that. Nothing impressive. But at the end of the day, what is most important is that we are at a discount. We can see that we would be buying the stock at a discount. It was down 60%. Now it's still down around 50%. Now, what I do see personally and what I see most and what is making me most bullish on this company is that we are in the second wave of a macro wave retracement. Very, very easy. We have our second wave retracement right here, which is indicated by our buy zone. And if we are to move out of the zone, we can go ahead and do exactly what we just did, but with our extension. You can see our extension are going to give us our price targets, which we'll talk about in just a second. But this is important to note because if we are going to follow the Elliott wave theory, which we did here, you can see wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. A, B, C correction. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. That's why it is important because it's happened once. It's happened twice with our ABC correction, letting us know that it could happen a third time. And if it does happen this third time, it will inevitably confirm that we are in a third wave macro move, which, by the way, is going to be very bullish. Now, another point that we have here is the 200 EMA, which we have bounced off twice, and also that obvious second wave retracement, which we have now bounced off twice, forming what I like to call a double bottom. Now, I'm going to switch over to the weekly time frame here, and we're going to talk a little bit about targets. So obviously, even on the weekly time frame, you guys can see in this buy zone right here, we are looking very, very good, bouncing off these zones twice very nicely. Now, after this, we are going to have to run back up, breaking back over this high right here and this high that we just made. Realistically, this is the reason that we have this high made now. Prior resistance, of course, is going to be resistance again until we can now flip to support. So until we can get a move that takes us like this, we will continue in this range. Now, before I do talk about targets, I do want to talk about RichTech Robotics as the company's financials are absolute dog shit. Their company sucks. The financials are horrible. There is no hiding that. I'm not here to try and tell you guys that this company has good financials. It doesn't. The only reason I'm in this stock is because of publicity and because of the setup. And the setup is made off of what? Publicity. So blah, 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 blah. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole, but their financials are dog shit. End of story. 120 times price of sale. Not horrible for a young company, but at the end of the day, I'm not, excited about that. Also, we have revenue at 4 million, net income at minus 8 million. So, nothing good yet. Nothing good yet, but maybe one day. Now, what we are looking at here is we are going to be looking at what we can call prior highs. Okay, prior highs 743. That's going to be target number 1. Okay, and from prices today where you guys might get your entry, that is about 100%. So that's not a horrible entry. Not a horrible entry. I do like my entry better because that would be about 140%. But let's just say from prices today, that's about 93%. Now to target price 2, and this is going to be target price 2, and this is going to be target price 1. I low-key forgot. So target price 1 right there, up around 100%. Target price 2, up around 130%. Okay, and that is going to be to 744, which is our prior high, and then to 866, which is going to be our 1 extension out of this second wave retracement. We got all that? So we'll have first wave. We just finished our second wave. This will be third wave. We will bounce somewhere in this zone. Let's just call it right here for our fourth wave. And then after that, we'll run up to all-time highs in our runner TP, which is up pretty nice as well. This is up at 225%. As you guys can see, all-time highs is up here. So that is going to be a hard level to break. But if we can get all the way up there, we will see a 225% gain from RR. Now, I need to stress this point. RR is not a good company. I don't want to see any comments in the comment section down below. Dude, RR is trash, bro. RR is trash. There's no financials. There's no company behind it. Yes, I know. I know. But I spent, what, $1,200 on my position? And I'm up a couple $100. Bro, let me have some damn fun. Okay? If you comment down below RR has bad financials after I've said this 10 times, you're getting banned. So we all know, and now that we all know that RR's financials are dog shit, We can actually have an open mind and see some possible upside here. Okay, and it's not about me trying to convince you guys to see upside here. If you see downside, just don't buy it. I mean, you guys should be doing your own research, own opinion, all that kind of stuff. I don't want to influence that at all. I'm just giving you guys my opinion, and my opinion says that we could go higher. That is why I have a small position in RR, and that is why my average cost is so damn good. Now, if we do end up running all the way up to runner TP, that would be about 300% on the nose for my position and the entry at $3.10. Let's go ahead and do the math. I have 600 shares at an average price of $3.10. So 600 times 3.10. That's $1,800 that I spent on this. My math was absolutely horrible. My bad. And so what will that be? That would be 600 times what? 1244. Representing about $7,400. I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I'll turn 200 or almost 2 grand into almost 7,500. Works for me. And if not, guess what? We haven't talked about this yet. Stop loss. Where's my stop loss? Break even. I'm going to lose 13 cents. So let's see. We had $3.10 as our entry times 600 shares. That is $1,860. If we are to sell at our stop loss at $2.97, that is going to be 600 shares times $2.97. That is $1,782. So I'll lose about $80. I am fine with that. You're telling me, oh, I can make what? Almost 5 grand, a little bit more actually. 5 grand or lose 80? Sure, shake my hand. Yes, sir. I'll do that. Yeah. Thank you. All right. And this is not a guarantee. Sorry. Of course, it's not a guarantee, but this is the way that I look at that kind of stuff. We are already up a good bit to the point where now I can go break even for the most part on my stop loss. And if we do make a lower low, I don't want to be in this company anyway, so I'll take my $80 loss and I'll get the hell out of here. But right now, I do like the way that RR looks. I'm not the biggest bull. I don't think that this thing is going to run towards $50 or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to pump this name up or do anything like that. I'm trying to tell you guys that there is an opportunity here. This isn't the best company I've ever seen, but with the opportunity that is there, there is something. There's good risk reward. And if this company is ever going to see, that upside that we did see a couple months ago, it's now. It's roughly about now that we're going to start to see this company start to, get that second wave of publicity or start to get some good news, as they said that they're going to spend more on robotics in 2026, or, whatever that is going to be, whatever the catalyst is going to be, or whatever the driver is going to be. It should come around now. Now that is obviously a complete guess. But at the end of the day, with the setup that we have, a lot of the times when you have a great setup, you're at a good discount. That is when you start to see those deals flow in. That is when you start to see a kind of a turnaround. And if we don't, once again, we will get out at pretty much break even, lose $80, be done. That's fine. At that point, I think RR will be dead. If we do drop back below $3, and we do make a lower low below 3 or 285, I do believe, I do think that RR is dead. But for now, as long as we stay over $3, I do believe in this company. I believe that we will run back up at least to around $5, at least to around $7.43. And I do want to see us make a new high running up to around $8.66. So I know I did ramble and I know I did, kind of drag this on here, but I want to make sure 2 things. 1, there's opportunity where you find it. Okay. I believe that we find an opportunity with RR. I said that back before it even got popular when it was at $1.98 and we originally bought it, ran it all the way up to $6.55. So I am seeing an opportunity. I believe personally that there is an opportunity for me personally. That does not impact you. That is going into step number 2. This is not financial advice. This is just educational research, in my opinion. So don't take anything that I said and read it and go buy RR. Don't do that. That is all I have. I wanted to say something else, but I low-key forgot. Fuck, I need filler words, bro. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Check out the 2 videos on each side of me. And I will see y'all in the next video.